Look at your pet right now, or the last one you loved. Your brain treats that animal almost exactly the way it treats a human baby. The same chemistry, the same rush of care. Something reached into the wiring evolution built for your own children and pointed it at another species entirely. That's not an accident. And when you learn how it happened, you may never look at your pet the same way again. Let's start with how strange this is. You share your home with an animal you will never sell and never need. You spend money on it, lose sleep for it, grieve when it's gone. By the cold rules of evolution, this makes no sense. Every scrap of food you give it is food not going to you or your children. An animal that only takes and gives you nothing to survive on should have been bred out of our behavior long ago. Instead, more than half the humans on Earth do it. So either billions of people are making the same mistake, or something is going on underneath that we don't usually see. Here's what's going on. Human babies are born helpless, and they stay helpless for years. To make sure we don't give up on something that screams all night and gives nothing back, evolution wired us with a trigger. It's called the baby schema. Big eyes low on the face, a round head, soft features, clumsy movements. When we see that pattern, a switch flips in the brain and floods us with the urge to protect and care. It's an ancient shortcut. See the pattern, feel the love, keep the baby alive. Now look at a puppy, a kitten, big eyes, round face, soft and clumsy. They hit the exact same trigger. To the oldest part of your brain, your pet isn't a pet. It's a baby that never grows up, and it goes deeper than looks. When you lock eyes with your dog, both of your brains release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that flows between a mother and her infant. You gaze at your dog gazes back. Both of you get a hit of the chemical that builds love. It's the identical loop that ties a parent to a child, running between two completely different species. No other animal has broken into our care system like this. So how did it happen? The leading idea starts, of course, with the wolf. 30,000 years ago, wolves and humans were rivals hunting the same prey. But some wolves, the boldest, calmest ones, started lingering near human camps, living off the scraps and bones we left behind. The nervous, aggressive wolves fled. The calm ones stayed and ate. And calmer wolves had calmer pups. Notice what that means. We didn't tame them, at least not at first. They tamed themselves, one meal at a time, over thousands of years. And as they grew tamer, something strange happened to their bodies. Floppier ears, shorter snouts, bigger, rounder eyes. The very features that trip our baby switch got stronger with every generation. They didn't just move closer to us, they evolved to look more like our children. Cats ran their own version of the same con. When humans started storing grain, the grain drew mice, and the mice drew wildcats. The cats that tolerated people got a warm barn full of easy prey. We never really domesticated the cat. It saw the deal and walked in on its own terms, which any cat owner already suspected. Which raises an unsettling question. Who exactly domesticated whom? We like to imagine we're in charge, that we adopted them. But look at it from the animal's side. A creature convinced another species to feed it, shelter it, protect it, and love it like family, forever, in exchange for almost nothing. If a species had set out to hack the most powerful care instinct on the planet, this is precisely what success would look like. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. It worked because we let it. Some scientists think humans carry a deep pull toward other living things, that after millions of years surrounded by animals, reading them, living among them, a world without them feels wrong to us. The animals didn't just exploit a weakness. They answered a need we already had. That's the deal. Not a trick played on a victim. A trade. They get the safest life any animal has ever known, and we get something we've craved since before we were fully human. Something to care for that asks nothing back but our presence. Then the modern world turned the whole thing up. We now spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on animals that will never earn a cent of it back. We buy them coats. We celebrate their birthdays. In a lot of homes, the pet is simply a member of the family. And increasingly, a stand-in for the children some people delay or never have. As we've grown lonelier, more separated from each other, that ancient bond has quietly filled a gap it was never designed for. The baby switch still firing in a world with fewer babies. So no, keeping pets was never really about pets. It's about a care instinct so powerful that another species learned to live inside it, and a loneliness in us so old that we were glad to let them. You didn't fall for a trick. You closed one of the oldest deals on Earth, and you'd sign it again tomorrow. If this changed how you see the animal in your home, subscribe. Every week we dig up the ancient reasons behind the things you do without thinking, because the strangest part of being human is how much of it you never chose.